Yo, hello everybody, it's Nicholas here, and welcome to the first episode of our brand new Stanley Parable Let's Play right here on the channel. Now, I have played this game once before. I actually played through the entirety of this thing over on Twitch, maybe a year or two ago, and I figured this would be something fun to Let's Play here on the channel, since it's pretty quick, it's a short game, and I figured it'd be a little more relaxing in terms of gameplay. I wanted to play something a little more story-focused, and something that was easier on the gameplay, and I figured the Stanley Parable would be a perfect game to play until we jump into our next bigger project on the channel. So hopefully you guys are excited. If so, don't forget to go ahead and drop a like on the video, as that would support the channel and the series greatly. I thank you in advance for any and all support. You can also subscribe if you're new. New episodes of the Stanley Parable will go live every weekday at 3 p.m. EST, and the playlist will always be linked in the description down below, so whenever a new episode goes up, it'll go straight to the playlist.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
So before we step out of our office, I just want to let you guys know, for those of you who are not familiar with the Stanley Parable, the narration pretty much goes on throughout the entirety of the game. I'm going to do my best to just kind of talk over it. At some points, it's pretty important. Obviously, it adds to the character that is Stanley. It adds to the story. But for the most part, I'm just going to talk over it. I know normally during dialogue and stuff like that, I like to dim my voice down so that you guys can hear the characters and narration. But for this game, since pretty much the entirety thing is narration, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of talk over it. And play with it. So either way, let's go ahead and step out of our office. The world is so strange out here.
Sitting there, Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned?
There is one computer
he made
on.
a note to be more careful with time from now on.
Now it's off. Yeah, we've been losing track of time. Sitting there pressing buttons for hours and hours on end. Let's go through here. There's another computer on. I guess I'm just turning off all these computers. Oh, the doors seem to be locked. 425. Oh, there's a mess in this room. Something peculiar did happen. Okay, let's carry on. 417. What on earth is happening in here? Okay. 416. Everyone just up and dipped.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's go ahead. I don't know. Do I want to go on the door on the left? Just because that strange mysterious voice told me to? Or do I want to go on the door on the right? Let's go ahead and go through the left. We can't escape now. There's no way out. 413. Can't see outside. Windows are like shining bright.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling
Tips
away
for not getting
disbelief,
fired?
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Alright. Broom closet. I'm sure boss does have some answers.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm just gonna listen to what the narrator says. He's gonna get us home. He's gonna get us home safe, I'm sure. Executive bathroom. Oh, it's actually open? I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say, that's a lovely purse? Does that say extreme bathrooms? Extreme bathroom makeover. I guess. Will this not open again? Oh no, it will. Okay. Interesting. Guess we're just walking on in.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Nobody's here at all.
What could it mean?
Everybody
Stanley
dipped.
wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had
Buried
assigned it
before
an
me?
extra secret pin number.
Give it to me.
2845.
2845.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
No,
Yet
not at all.
incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons
Pushing
on
random-
the keypad,
pushing
Stanley
random
happened
buttons,
to
we
input
figured
the
out.
correct code by sheer luck.
Oh yeah, sheer luck.
Amazing. He
Amazing
stepped
sheer
into the
luck.
newly opened passageway.
Whoa. I don't think that leads to anywhere. I guess we're going down. We're going down the creepy looking elevator. Alright, we made it down the creepy. Whoa. Oh. The power went out. The lights just went out.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Mind control facility. Escape. Now let's go through here. Mind control facility. I feel like our mind's already been controlled.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I think we do. We gotta get to the bottom of this, right? Camera.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I don't know where ours is. I can't tell. We were 427. I don't know how we're supposed to. What was it? 427? Right there? That one? Employee 427. Oh yeah, that's our office. Right there. Interesting. Alright. So somebody's been watching us push buttons all day.
This
This
mind control facility, it was too horrible
Someone
to
was
believe
fired.
it couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it.
Nope,
he
can't be.
couldn't accept it. His own life
Not
in
me.
someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it even possible?
We control
Had
our own
he
lives.
truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Blind to the world and
But here was the
everyone
proof.
in it.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Mind
Happy
control status
or sad
offline.
or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
We're gonna destroy it
For
all.
he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
What's that do? Yeah, we're gonna destroy it. We're going to destroy all the equipment, all the computers, all the technology. As soon as we figure out how. The red button? Big red button? No big red button. Okay. Facility power. Mind controls idle, awaiting input. I think we're at like the heart of the mind control now. System
And
power.
when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command.
Are we really
Freedom
unshackled,
was
though?
mere moments away.
Is this really the...
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected
is
on
slowly
how many
opening.
puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he
Yeah.
been freed from the machine's grasp? What
Where-
other mysteries did this
Why didn't
strange
we go
building
with them?
hold? But as
We were the
sunlight
chosen ones, I
streamed
guess.
into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was
No.
not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps
That's all
his
we've
goal
ever
had
wanted.
not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
We are on our own now.
Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
These doors open slowly. They really don't want you to leave.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin,
I feel it.
the feeling of liberation,
We're outside
the immense possibility of the new path before him.
of a whole new world
This
to
was
explore.
exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
We are happy.